She forgive me. That's why it's a great responsibility as a husband, as a man. You got to know what you're talking about. Because that woman come telling you, hey, should I do this, should I do that? You can put her in a bad situation if you don't know nothing. A lot of these cats don't know nothing out here today at all. You asking a dummy. He don't know nothing about the scriptures. Yeah, go ahead. Go out there and pump the gas. Go out there and do all the stuff that man's supposed to do. They don't even take their rightful roles of being men today. They let the woman do everything. But all I'm trying to get you is get you to see women, pastor, that this authority has not changed. Only thing changed is if these soft men, these soft preachers inside these churches who ordaining women to preach. Because they want to keep that money for them. They want to keep everybody happy. This word is not put here to make you happy. Jesus said, I come to this earth with a sword to make your enemies in your own household. When have you heard that in these churches? You never will. Because they want to make everybody happy. You got to preach this thing right. So you can pass it down from generation to generation. That's why we losing right now. We ain't winning. Especially Israel or the black people, we ain't winning at all. We are losing. Let's go to Numbers chapter 27, same book, verse 15. God do not change. He hasn't put a woman over Israel at all. God always used a man to lead his church. Numbers chapter 27, verse 15. Same book, you shouldn't be turning too many pages. Go ahead.
And Moses spake unto the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation.
What did you just say then? Numbers chapter 27, verse 15. Set a man over the congregation. Set a man over the congregation. This is how I roll. If a woman's inside that church and she preaching, run. Get away. Because she ain't going to bring it like we'll bring it. It's out of order. Go ahead.
Which may go out before them, and which may go in before them.
Yes, sir.
And which may lead them out, and which may bring them in. That the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep which have no shepherd.
If you got a woman up there, your congregation don't have a leader at all. Spiritually dead. You're in the congregation of the dead. Period. Sheep with no shepherd. Shepherd is the man of God. This is not discrediting the woman. Her place is on down the line dealing with the other women and trying to teach them how to be godly women. That's her job. Not to go into church and be the pastor of the church and then go home. She got to be on authority under her man. That's confusion. Oh, you wait till I get to church. I'm going to tell you what something to do. Oh, you wait till you get home. I'm going to tell you what to do. Now y'all battling back and forth. That's confusion. You finished that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
18.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Take thee Joshua the son of Nun,
Yes,
the
sir.
man in whom is the Spirit, and lay thine hand upon him,
Go ahead.
and set him before Eliashib
Mm-hmm.
the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight.
See, he give man charge. You in charge of this congregation, man. If you a man, if you pastor a congregation, not a woman. He said, I set a man over my church. Period. Go ahead.
And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him,
Mm-hmm.
that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient.
This is how you get obedience. Tell them like we are telling them, Israel. We don't tell them this. That's why you'll never see a woman up here preaching in the congregation of Israel. Never. Because we understand that. The authority. Because God is not there. I don't care how many members they have in their church. Because you got a lot of members, that don't mean that you hold it. He said, very few shall find this. count yourself as being worthy just to find this knowledge. Because I have. This is the charge he gives man. In verse 16, he said, I set a man over the congregation. If you don't understand that, you'll be led astray. Now let's deal with Deborah. Judges chapter 4, verse 1. And I have no problem with Deborah. Deborah was a holy lady. Well, you can tell her to come pastor no church at all. If you read the book of Judges, it's going to show you every time Israel been in captivity. We've been in captivity so many times. Every time we go in captivity, we mess up. We mess up. Then God said, remember I read in Isaiah chapter 3, he said, I will make a woman rule over you. That's the punishment. Deborah was a judge. She wasn't no preacher. Women love to go here and try to justify preaching. This is not. Deborah is a righteous woman. She was righteous. Righteous. And believe me, if it weren't for her, that man Balak, which we're going to read about, he wouldn't even do what the Lord said to do. She had to muster him up. Get up, man. Come on. You got to do this work. Sometimes women, you got to muster your man up. Help him. Show him. Because your life and your kids' life depend on him. Verse 1, go ahead.
And the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
When Ehud was dead.
You see what it said? Did evil. Pay close attention to this. Did evil. When you do evil, the punishment is coming of Israel. I emphasize this because if you don't understand this part of the book, you won't understand the whole chapter. They did evil. So when you do evil, God got to punish you. Go ahead.
And the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan.
Wait a minute. The Lord sold who? Israel. Into captivity. Go ahead.
That reigned in Hazor, the captain of whose host was Caesarea, which dwelt in Haroseth of the Gentiles.
So we know these are the Gentile nations. Every time God wants us to be punished, he punishes us with these white folks. It don't change. They the rulers, all the way down from Nebuchadnezzar, King Darius, Alexander the Great, led for a general, and now we in Rome. It don't change. Gentiles been running from the beginning. Except when Ham was on the scene. But go ahead.
And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, for he had 900 chariots of iron. In 20 years he mightily oppressed the children of Israel. So
the children of Israel crying out, help us, crying out, because they were in captivity for 20 years. These men were ruling and oppressing them hard. So they crying out. Go ahead.
And Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Labador, she judged Israel at that time. One thing about these Gentiles, they are not scared of Israelite women. They'll put her over you to degrade you. This is how it goes. This is the MO. You read the Willie Lynch letter, same thing. The making of a slave. He broke the man down, but he made the woman lead him. Same thing these Gentiles doing. He put Deborah up and being a judge. And a lot of times women got to do what they got to do. Not saying that Deborah did anything wrong, but she didn't. We're going to find out. But she wasn't a pastor over no church. She just was a judge. Because Israel did evil. They did evil, so God put a woman over him. Read Isaiah chapter 3. Keep up now. Go ahead. And she dwelt under the palm tree of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in Mount Ephraim. And the children of Israel came up to her for judgment. Yes, sir. And she sent and called Barak, the son of Abinoam, out of Kadesh, Naphtali, and said unto him, has not the Lord God of Israel commanded, saying, go and draw toward Mount Tabor,
Mm-hmm.
and take with thee 10,000 men of the children of Naphtali
Mm-hmm.
and of the children of Zebulun.
You see what Deborah told Barak? He said, didn't the Lord command you to go up and to help his children out of this captivity? Why didn't Deborah go up? Because they didn't honor no woman. She was a judge. They put her over Israel for a punishment. She had to go get a man. And God ordained a man to lead Israel out of captivity. Go ahead.
And I will draw unto thee to the river Kishon,
Uh-huh.
Caesarea, the captain of Jabin's army,
Go ahead.
with his chariots and his multitude, and I will deliver him into thine hand.
Yes, sir.
And Barak said unto her, if thou wilt go with me, then I will go. But if thou wilt not go with me, then I will not go.
You see what he said? The men were broken down so bad then, he like, Deborah, you got to go with me. That's why I tell you, when you strengthen your men, strengthen the men. They work hand in hand. She had to strengthen them to go. This is what God told you, Barak, to deliver Israel out of this captivity. There's nothing wrong with this. Deborah was a righteous woman. Righteous. She was just doing what she's supposed to do at the time, because these Gentiles always going to put a woman over us. Look at today. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And she said, I will surely go with thee,
Mm-hmm.
notwithstanding the journey that thou takest shall not be for thine harm.
Yes,
For
sir.
the Lord shall sell Caesarea into the hand of a woman.
You see the punishment right here? I'm going to sell this nation into a hand of a woman. Understand that. This is not no reward. When they sell you over to the hands of a woman, that means that he's taking authority out of the men's hand and putting her over them.
That's right.
This ain't no reward. But you let these dumb preachers, all of them, men and women, come and read you this stuff. Deborah was a judge. What you got to say about that, Jeff? I'm saying plenty about it now. I know my mama listening. Go ahead.
For the Lord shall sell Caesarea into the hand of a woman.
Uh-huh.
And Deborah arose and went with Barak to Kadesh.
Go ahead.
And Barak called Zebulun and Naphtali
Mm-hmm.
to Kadesh. And he went up with 10,000 men at his feet. And Deborah went up with him.
So Deborah was his strength. He said, I ain't going up without you, Deborah. Women, you got a very important part. Very important part. You uplift the man. The reason why we built like this with muscles so we can protect you. It's not a woman's job to protect us. You got some women like that who trying to fight other men about their man. How stupid do that look? Because they confused in the mind. Because they done left all God's law on the table and started following after the world. This world right here trying to make us feminine as possible. A strong black man standing up for himself and he got some knowledge in the head, he's a threat. So make sure you read and understand, man. You got a great responsibility. Deborah will help him, Barak, so he can go up and deliver Israel. Go ahead. Yeah, jump out of verse 14. Go ahead.
And Deborah said unto Barak, Up, for this is the day in which the Lord has delivered Caesarea into thine hand. Is not the Lord gone out before thee? So Barak went down from the Mount Tabor, and 10,000 men after him.
See how she helped him? Come on, Barak, get up. Come on, we got to go. You got to do this job what the Lord called you to do. Because I can't do it. He called a man to do it. Go ahead.
And the Lord discomfited Caesarea and all his chariots.
He discomfited.
And all his chariot and all his host with the edge of a sword before Barak, so that Caesarea lighted down off his chariot and fled away on his feet.
The Lord, when he saw Barak coming with them 1,000 men, they killed them all. God, when God is ahead of you, strength of you, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Just follow the instruction. He had 10,000 men. They went up there to do his job, which is to free his people. And they had to take care of these men. Go ahead.
But Barak pursued after the chariots and after the host, unto Herashas of the Gentiles. And all the hosts of Israel fell upon the edge of the sword, and there was not a man left.
Oh, he killed them all so he could free Israel. But Deborah did her job. Deborah helped Barak. Get up. Come on, man. You got to head these troops up. You got to go up there and do the work of the Lord. They killed them all. Except for one, I didn't want to read this. Well, keep going. I'm going to read this right here. Go ahead, verse 17.
Howbeit Sisera fled away on his feet to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber, the Canaanite. For there was peace between Jabin, the king of Hazor, and the house of Heber, the Canaanite.
Now let's see where he fled away to his wife's house, which is Jael, his wife. He thought he can get away. But go ahead.
And Jael went out to meet Sisera and said unto him, Turn in, my lord, turn in to me, fear not. And when he had turned in unto her into the tent, she covered him with a mantle.
Now they were looking for this man, looking for him. So this the woman was like, come on over here, I'll protect you. I'll protect you. Come on in my tent. Go ahead.
And he said unto her, Give me, I pray thee, a little water to drink, for I am thirsty. And she opened a bottle of milk and gave him drink and covered him.
He said, I'm thirsty, give me something to drink. Okay, I'll give you something to drink. Go ahead and drink it all. Go ahead.
Again he said unto her, Stand in the door of the tent, and it shall be, when any man doeth come and inquire of thee, and say, Is there any man here? That thou shalt say no.
She said, okay, I'll do that. Go ahead.
Then Jael, Heber's wife, took a nail of the tent, and took a hammer in her hand, and went softly upon him, and smote the nail into his temple, and fastened it into the ground. For he was fast asleep and weary, so he died.
She took a nail in his forehead, in his temple. Because he thought he was going to get away. These was the women of Israel. She nailed that thing while he was asleep, in his head, and killed him. Because God said he wanted them men killed because what they did to Israel. This is how we work together. It's a righteous death in this thing too. It's a righteous killing. That was a righteous killing because God said, I want y'all to kill them all. He thought he got away. She said, come on in. Man, make sure you understand this right here now. Don't be going to no woman tent now you don't know nothing about it. It's two parts to this thing. But this man was wrong. It was a righteous killing. She killed them all. Go ahead. 22.
And behold, as Barak pursued Israel, Jael came out to meet him and said unto him, Come, and I will show thee the man whom thou seekest.
She said, come on, I'm going to show you who I seek you. Come on, let's see. Y'all look, because they were looking for him. Go ahead.
And when he came under her tent, behold, Sisera lay dead, and the nail was in his temple.
He's still dead. She did her job. Still dead. She nailed him to the ground. This is what this thing is all about right here. Understand that. All this started with Deborah. Deborah. She was obeying the Lord. Go get Barak. He gonna head this army up. He gonna make sure that he freed his people for 20-year war for slavery or captivity Israel was in. And he freed them. But you know Israel, we went back doing the same thing. But that's another lesson. Let's go to John chapter 20 and verse 16. I'm trying to show you it's nothing wrong with a woman knowing the scriptures. There's nothing wrong with a woman telling a man what's right according to the scripture. What's wrong when you have a woman up here trying to do what I'm doing, which is preaching, which is heading up a congregation. Let's deal with Mary Magdalene. I got to deal with that. You know, Mary Magdalene, she was the first one to preach to the disciples. They come up with all kinds of stuff. This woman didn't preach. She gave a message from the Spirit. That's it. Well, I got to read it to you because they'll build a whole lesson off this one little chapter, one little verse right here. John chapter 20 and verse 16. This is the time when Jesus died and he came back. He died for 3 whole days and 3 whole nights. He came back and he appeared to Mary. Go ahead.
Jesus said unto her, Mary. She turned herself and said unto him, Rabboni, which is to say, Master.
Well, read it to yourself now. Go ahead. Read it over. Go ahead.
16?
Yeah.
Jesus said unto her, Mary. She turned herself and said unto him, Rabboni, which is to say, Master.
Because Mary saw Jesus when he came back from the dead. And he told her something to tell his disciples. Go ahead.
Jesus said unto her, Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father. But go to my brethren and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, and to my God and your God.
So he told Mary, go tell them I'm alive. A message. She didn't go in the church, in the temple, and start preaching and put a lesson together. She went to them and told them Jesus is risen. But no, they tell you, Mary gave the first message of Jesus being dead and came back to life. Go ahead.
Mary Magdalene came and told the disciples that she
Wait a minute, what? She preached to the disciple, right?
No.
She gave a message to the disciple, right? She told. Just like if I tell my son, go and tell your mama, give me $1. I told him to do something. That's it. That's it. Tell him I'm alive. Go ahead, verse 18 again.
Mary Magdalene came and told the disciples that she had seen the Lord, and that he had spoken these things unto her.
That is all she was supposed to do. Find me another scripture where she did anything else. But they said, Mary Magdalene, she preached. Oh, she preached. Where you see it at? Find it. But this is the stuff that women play off of and lead churches. They ain't going to take you to none of these scriptures I take you to, because it's going to discredit them as being a pastor of the church. Well, I hope y'all got some understanding. I'm going to end and close off that. Women, know your spot. Know your place. That's all we're trying to tell y'all. We ain't discrediting y'all from being women of God, but learn what you're supposed to do. I miss women. Wait a minute.